September 11th, 2001 was a day that will live in infamy.
A day that has affected millions of people across the country and around the world.
I think I was horrified.
It was just shocking.
I was in complete disgust. It hurt my heart.
I couldn't believe it.
And I'm still angry after 5 weeks.
What can you say when you have the smell of death and all you find are body parts?
How have the events of September 11th changed your daily life?
What do you think the United States reaction should be?
Do you think that President George Bush has been doing a good job?
What has prompted you to come to the blood bank and donate blood today?
Okay, well, you spoke of anthrax before. What are your feelings on that? Do you think there will be more terrorist attacks?
September 2001 started off like any other. The fall semester was just beginning, and the classes were changing like the leaves. Life itself was in full swing. New friends were being made, while old friends were reuniting. And then suddenly, everything changed.
At 9 o'clock yesterday morning, I was telecommuting to the 67th floor of the World Trade Center, working for a brokerage firm headquartered there. Half an hour later, I had no client.
I was there minutes after the plane went down. There was the smoke, black smoke, people running across 395, standing on the roofs of their car, trying to get a better look. I just wanted to get out of there.
My house just shook, and I ran out on my back deck and immediately looked to the south, and I saw a huge mushroom cloud coming up. And of course, I was so stunned, I couldn't really move, and I watched it disintegrate into the atmosphere.
The events of September 11th changed not only the shape of the nation and the world, but on our own small scale, the direction of our college experience.
Instantly, we were given a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to gain a unique perspective on how Americans feel in the wake of these tragedies.
Starting September 12th at the Blood Bank in Moon Township, we were taken aback by the wide array of reactions we received as America talks.
All right, we're here at the Central Blood Bank in Moon Township, and we're talking to Pat about the World Trade Center incident yesterday. This is one of those situations in American history where people are going to remember exactly where they were and how they felt. Could you please tell us where you were at the time when you found out about this?
Yes, I was at the Hopewell Township Park with him on the playground.
I was actually in my room getting dressed for class.
I was interviewing for another position.
I was working at Lowe's in Robertson Town Center.
I had come home from work a little bit late, and when I turned on the television, the Today Show was on, and that was, all the news was on, and I just couldn't figure out what it was about at first. It just looked absolutely unbelievable.
How did you feel?
Very angry, upset. I felt sorry for all the people.
I was first shocked and then just angry who would do this to our country.
I broke down and cried.
Numbness and disbelief.
Just felt sick.
If it was your decision right now to make, if you were George Bush, how would you handle the situation?
Retaliate.
I don't know what I would do. I've not been educated for that. I've not been prepared for that. I can't even speculate what I would do.
Probably just go to war.
I want no more escalation of this.
I don't have a response to that because somebody's got to pay. Somebody's got to.
Give a stance from the United States means business.
I think they really know where it's coming from, and I really think the people that are responsible should be punished.
The people we spoke with at the blood bank waited in line for hours to donate. However, most of the blood, not only here but across the nation, went unused due to the lack of survivors. Just 4 days after the attacks, we headed to our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., to experience the impact of terrorism firsthand. As we traveled from landmark to landmark, we witnessed the expressions of an American public
that was still searching for answers.
I think it's an awful tragedy. I feel for the people in, of course here in D.C., but also in New York. They've suffered a horrible loss, and my heart goes out to all their families.
I feel this is one of the worst things that could ever happen in American history. So
everybody was just sort of thunderstruck. Nobody actually knew how to react or what to do, because at that point, the death toll was supposed to be very great at the Pentagon, and everybody knew that they would probably know somebody.
I've always been a firm supporter of Bush, and I believe he's going to come down as one of the greatest presidents in history. And basically what you're going to find is a very methodical approach, and it's not going to be anything like you had in the past where you just go in and do pin strikes. This is going to be big, and you may be looking at the beginning of World War III.
If it was my decision, I would figure out who did it and bomb the hell out of them.
Well, you had a terrible attack, that's for sure. The people were innocent, that's right. But I mean, it's because of the United States policy in the Middle East. For centuries, not centuries maybe, but at least a century, the United States supported all the governments and the armies and stuff like that in the Middle East, and now you're harvesting what you did.
I'm kind of in my anger stage at this point, so I mean, my initial reaction is to go after him.
Just watching the plane go into the building time after time, it's just amazing. And you don't think that it happens in America. It doesn't happen to us. That's across the world from us, and it's not. It's in our backyard.
There's no words to describe what you feel. I mean, this is something that it goes on and on and on. I mean, we are, 4 days after that, and I still feel the same way. It's just, you move with a sense of eeriness, and it's kind of, you don't know what to do, because it's not an easy target. There's not such a thing as a revenge will do anything. You have to make sure that we accomplish what we have to accomplish.
You can see the American people coming together, watching the newscast even from around the world in different areas. I mean, Germany is on their knees. Britain, with the Prime Minister and everybody's on their knees, saying, when you attack America, you attack us.
It's been tough. It's really tough to have to take all this in and deal with it. It's carnage like we've never seen before. I mean, similar to the Vietnam War type thing, but it's a tough thing to have to adjust to. You don't normally see that kind of destruction and death.
Let's get the business done. Let's put our active military that we spend so much money on. Let's see what it's all about.
I think they need to find bin Laden. I think they need to shoot him and kill him, and anybody that has anything to do with him. I was there minutes after the plane went down. There was the smoke, black smoke, people running across 395, standing on the roofs of their car, trying to get a better look.
Shanksville, Pennsylvania, a town founded in 1798 by Christian Shank shortly after the Revolutionary War. Consisting of only a few blocks, Shanksville is a small agricultural community with a population of only 245 people. Most had never heard of Shanksville until September 11th.
We were one of the first TV crews on the scene at that time. We got about, I guess, several hundred yards near the crash site, and then the authorities kept us back, but we could see smoke rising, from the distance, light smoke rising from the distance, and there were quite a few emergency personnel, rescue workers, firefighters in the area.
I really looked around thinking our country was going up in flames.
I thought it was happening everywhere. I was scared.
Shortly after the crash, the Salvation Army and the media arrived.
This is small town America right here, and these people have really just come together. Whatever these officers or investigators need, the town's right here.
The terrorist attacks of September 11th have left many Americans feeling something between sadness, anger, and fear.
Well, it's you just feel your freedom is kind of at stake, and you really can't relax to do your daily chores.
People have come, total strangers have come out of the woodwork and have become friends instantly. Yeah. And that's amazing, from California to here. We've made many new friends who just helped us, didn't know us from a hole in the wall, and they helped us.
Yeah, it gives you hope. That gives hope.